Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with the Big Dogs Morning Show. Here on this money-making Saturday. Y'all know I got Costi and Jovan Burst with me, man. It's a lot going on today. We got a ton going on today. We have college basketball. We got bowl games in college football. We got the NFL popping up on a Saturday. We got a solid NBA card. Some NHL games. So, man, I know we finna cook it up and try to smash it per usual. Costi, what's happening, Brody? How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Had one of my best bowl days of the season. Went 5-1 yesterday. The only blunder there was Texas Tech. Cash late with USC. I had the over, which already hit, but cash late with USC. Kind of went exactly as predicted. I love Vanderbilt on the money line, as we talked about on the show earlier yesterday. Every game kind of went as game script. Doesn't always happen that way, but I feel like my homework's been getting done correctly every single day. And today, super large slate. Very excited to attack it and make some money.
Oklahoma should have walked them boys off, man.
That's why you take it. I told you, man. Dude, the quarterback, he's ass. All he could do is run. They're playing third stringers getting penalties and offensive holdings.
I know they called that 150-yard touchdown back, man. That one hurt.
The Navy just sticks around, man. That 90-yard touchdown run? It's ridiculous. It was it just, the line told you. If it went down like that, like they told you that Navy was the right side. So, but again, that's yesterday. I could care less that what I did yesterday. I want to win again today.
Yes, sir. Jovan, what's happening, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Yesterday, like Costi said, for me, it was the same way. I went 4-1. Went 2-1 in the NBA, 4-1 in college football. The stars aligned a little bit. My only gripe was that I took off a winner and put on a loser. I took off Navy and put on Texas Tech. I just didn't want the early game. Really, just more of a time thing was what it was. So, turn a 7-1 day into a 6-2 day. But I'm not frowning.
For sure, man. I've been beat up and battered the last 2 days, man. God damn. I had the Nuggets yesterday. Them boys just didn't have it. Shout out the Cavs. And then I had the Rockets, man. I think that's now my, fourth game in 2 days losing by a buzzer beater. A dramatic comeback as well. Oh, my God. I was on the wrong side of all of those. Up 10 with 2 minutes to go?
2.5, something like that. I'm thinking it might have been 7. I don't know. I was watching that because I thought I was dead in the water. I was on the other side. I was on Minnesota. And they walked him down.
They did. So. Big shot Ant, man. Shout out to him.
Right. AE getting it done.
AE getting it done. That's all you can really say is that's what happened down the stretch. Is Minnesota got it done down the stretch. I didn't see that happening.
But you could see it happening, with like when they brought it down like to 7 with like what was it, 2 and some change, or the 2 minutes, or right under 2 minutes. I think they were down 2 by the time that happened, and then they were down 4. And then it was like, then they hit a 3. I said, yeah, Minnesota don't even hit threes like that. They're knocking them down all of a sudden. It's gonna happen. Yeah. So and it did.
It did. My saving grace yesterday was my Mavs. They came through. The fight night in the NBA. Man, the Suns and Mavs hate each other. It don't matter Luka or Devin Booker on the floor. Them two teams just hate each other. The Mavs back in action tonight. We'll talk about them in a little bit. But fellas, man, let's talk about today. We got plenty to talk about, man. Let's start in college football. That's where we'll start. That's the earliest start time today. Game starting in about 45 minutes is the Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
Don't snort your wasabi, guys. Don't do it.
Man. We got North Carolina laying 2.5 on UConn. University of Connecticut. It's basketball season. Costi, do you trust?
In this national championship matchup, we have I think Armando Bacot is going to dominate the paint here. Stefan Castle should be a top draft pick. Shout out to Stefan.
I heard Shabazz Napier might be.
Shabazz is coming back. Khalid Al-Amin. You don't want to mess with the Khalid Al-Amin crossover, man. That thing was nasty back in the day. But no, in all seriousness, this game I probably like the least. Travel purposes, you have UConn that's basically playing almost a home game in Fenway Park. It's a very short trip. It's going to be cold up there. Jovan could probably tell us the temperature exactly in Boston right now. But I'm going to take a shot here on the dog. I don't love this game, but I'll take UConn plus the points. North Carolina hasn't showed me anything this year, let alone cover. They've been ass against the spread all year long. And UConn, on the other hand, finished strong. I mean, the only loss they had in their last 5 games was at Syracuse, which, Syracuse could put up a lot of points. So I'm going to take a shot here with the dog.
Jovan?
Yeah, it's raining, that's for sure. Cold rain is not, conducive for football players, especially those that come from, North Carolina, play in North Carolina. I think this is just a motivational mismatch. UConn, they'll be up for this game. UNC, a bunch of guys transferring out of the program. More players coming in, but that's not till next year. So, the Tar Heels, they had a lost season as it is, and I think it's going to culminate to a loss at the end of the season for these guys. So I'm on UConn. Take the points, money line. Both, more on the spread than on the money line, but put a nice little chunk on it, nice little slice.
Yes, sir. I'm with you guys. I'm on UConn. I like the way they closed out the season. I don't like the way North Carolina closed out the season. The other thing is the ACC is 0-5 in bowl games this year.
Shocker. Shocker.
They haven't won a single game this year in the bowls, in the college football playoff or just the regular bowls. So I don't think North Carolina is the first one to add their name to that list. Or did Syracuse win yesterday? Oh, Syracuse did win yesterday.
They won, but they didn't cover. Unless you got bit by the hook.
So Syracuse was the first one. But outside of that, man, it's been rough. I'm on UConn in this one. Let's keep it rolling. We got Boston College and Nebraska, and we got TCU and Louisiana. Jovan, how you feeling?
Oh, you're muted, Jovan.
We didn't touch on the BC game?
Boston College, Nebraska, and Louisiana and TCU.
Okay, so the first one we just did on its own. Okay.
Yeah, because it was standalone.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the number with this Louisiana Cajuns and TCU game. I just don't want to lay it with TCU. Don't really have a lot of confidence in them as a program. They do put up a lot of points, but ULL can put up some points as well. So I believe the motivation lies with them. And when you're dealing with these bowl games, motivation is one of the factors that I look into. So I'm gonna roll with the Raging Cajuns, and I'll lean over.
Nothing in the BC game.
Same conditions as in the Bronx as it is out here, raining. Want to say like in the 40s at game time. Do I think there could be points scored? Yeah, I do. But 47, I think I'll go over with it. You've seen these bowl games as of late. Two teams. With these teams that don't have a real feel for each other. You've seen these last couple of days. You've seen them go over. So I think that's a trend, and I'd like to stay with that. So I think this game could get over 50. So with it at 47, I'll take the over as well.
Fair enough. I'm not in love with these two games personally.
Can't really hear you that well, Jay.
My mic flipped in. Let me flip it back. All right, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really loving these two games. I'm gonna lean towards Louisiana plus points against TCU. The Cajuns have had a solid season. I know their last game wasn't the best against Marshall, and I know TCU kind of closed the season out strong, but I'm not rushing to lay 10 with TCU in this style game. I think this is like a 7-point win at best for the Horned Frogs. I think the Cajuns play hard here. I want Louisiana plus the points. And Boston College versus Nebraska. I would lean Nebraska laying the 3.5. I just feel like they're the more well-coached team. I know that they were terrible down the stretch. Losers of 4 of their last 5, but I think this is going to be a game for them to kind of move on to next year. They got some pieces over there that are solid, and I think a good recruiting offseason, this team will be fine. I think the line tells you what you need to know. Being favored by 3 and a hook, so I'm on Nebraska. I don't love it, but that's where I'm at in these two. Costin?
Yeah, I'm on Nebraska as well. Boston College has a wide receiver. Both of their safeties are in the transfer portal now. Their QB, there was a starter all year. Castellanos is in the transfer portal as well, but they did win the last 2 games with the other guy behind him, Grayson James. So Nebraska does have a lot of guys in the transfer portal, but I think top to bottom, better roster. I just think they play tougher competition. I'm sticking to this path in the bowl games. The teams that play tougher competition in their division, regardless of their record or their ATS, usually so far in a decent sample size, we're halfway through, has guided me through. So I'm sticking to the same narrative here. I'm taking Nebraska laying the points. Don't really have an opinion, honestly, in that Louisiana TCU game. I guess I would, with Jay, I would lean with the points in my back pocket. This just smells like a touchdown game. TCU's been so bipolar and up and down all year with the way that they play. It's like, they sit there and they win these tough games, and then they get blown out by Marshall 31-3. Like, in a game where they were favored. So not obsessed with this one. I'll probably just lay off betting it altogether. But if I had to bet it and I had no choice, I would take the Raging Cajun here getting the points.
Let's keep rolling. We have Pop-Tart Bowl. Turn me up.
Does everybody get Pop-Tarts in this one, or how does that work?
So it's a couple things going on. Like they have
Talk to me, Jay. Talk to me.
They have 3 life-size Pop-Tarts this year that are edible. Mascots that are edible, though.
What?
Yes.
So everybody just bites off the same mascot?
Pretty much.
Sound like gross.
He's edible. 3 of them that are edible. The trophy is a working toaster that you can put Pop-Tarts in.
So the trophy is a toaster that is a working toaster that nobody's going to use as a toaster, but it's a trophy.
Man.
Okay.
Shout out to Pop-Tarts Bowl, man.
Shout out.
My favorite Pop-Tart might be, I don't know, I kind of like brown sugar, kind of like strawberry.
Strawberry. We went over this already.
Yeah, it just depends on depends on the mood I'm in.
It can only be strawberry, nothing else for me.
Talk to him, Jovan. Talk to him.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't like the brown sugar. That brown sugar go crazy.
It is. No, I get it, but it's not strawberry.
Fair.
We're not saying brown sugar is bad. Now, Pop-Tart or toaster strudel?
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
I guess it depends on the day. I haven't had a toaster strudel in probably 20 years. Maybe it's time.
And when's the last time you had a Pop-Tart?
Well, so when quite often, but I don't actually put them in the toaster. It's always on the fly.
Fair.
I just eat them, which they're just as good. They're way better toasted, but maybe I should pop one in the toaster, man.
Pop one in, man. Get you a good strawberry. Pop it in.
Let me get that trophy.
Hey, Miami laying 4 in the game, total 59.5. And we also got the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
Everybody gets high. Is that what they're doing? They're just going around the stadium giving out.
Man, you know, Arizona is a legal state. It is a legal state. Colorado State is 2.5-point dogs in that one. And I guess we'll throw in the Go Bowling Military Bowl as well. We'll do 3 in this slot. So the Pop-Tarts, the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, and the Go Bowling Military Bowl, which is East Carolina and NC State. I'm up here. I'm on them Canes today, man. That's what I gotta be on the Canes today. I think they come out to play. We heard Cam Ward say he wanted to win the Pop-Tarts Bowl. That's a good sign. You know, Miami is playing a couple starters. I think they come out and play well here. Iowa State, they did not look good at all in that last game they played. Arizona State whipped their ass. I watched that game from start to finish. Like they almost quit late in that football game. And I don't know. I'm not feeling it. You do that in the game to go to the college football playoff. Now you want me to bet on you in the Pop-Tarts Bowl? Can't do it. I'm on Miami in that one. Betting them. Shout out my man Mitch, man. Give me Colorado State money line against Miami, Ohio. Not a game I'm totally in love with. I'm not really rushing to bet this game. I just think it's a really good plus money opportunity here on Colorado State. That's all I think. I think it's a 50-50 game. Attacking some plus money is where I want to be in that one. And then no real opinion for me in East Carolina, NC State. Costa.
Yeah, the thing about this Iowa State-Miami game, which is shocking, there's not that many transfers and opt-outs. I mean, I'm only seeing a Miami quarterback who's not even a starter that's hitting the transfer portal. That's a key player. A lot of guys are not even key players here. So this is going to be a good heads-up matchup. Miami, you know, had the path to get into the playoff and then losing 2 of their last 3 to Georgia Tech and Syracuse. Outside of that, I mean, they score a ton of points. I feel like they're going to be well prepared. I mean, Iowa State is very legit as well, but you saw against a really good offense like Arizona State, they just could not run the ball and control the time of possession here. So they've taken some losses like Kansas and Texas Tech. And again, I'm not obsessed with the Big 12, and I'm not usually an ACC guy in these bowl games, but I think Miami is more poised to finish off this great season, regardless if they didn't really hit the benchmark of trying to get into the playoff here. Cam Ward's going to be ready. They have the offensive weapons. I think they're going to be ready for it. I mean, it's a 3.5-point spread. This is going to be a high-scoring game, but in a high-scoring game, I'd rather have Miami rather than Iowa State. So I'm going to lay the points with the U. And then the Gin and Juice Bowl. Man, it's a tough one.
You got to take the dog in the Snoop Dogg Bowl.
You got right. You're right. You're right. You don't even have to sway me on that. You don't even have to sway me on the dog. You know, the public is going to be smashing Miami, Ohio based on how they finished the year. But I think Colorado State's had a much tougher schedule by a long shot. So I will take the dog in the Snoop Dogg Bowl. Look, I got coffee delivery. Say hi. Come on. And you're wearing this Pick Dogs hoodie. Look at that.
Hey.
Pick Dogs and Eric. There we have it. We're talking about the Arizona Gin and Juice Snoop Dogg Bowl.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
Who do you
cool.
like, Colorado State or Miami of Ohio?
Colorado.
Just taking the dog. There we go.
Take the dog and the Snoop Dogg.
Thank you.
Bowl. There we go.
Love you. She didn't even know. I mean, this is just a blanket dog in the Snoop Dogg Bowl.
Fair. Javon, what you like here, my man?
Yeah, we're gonna go with Colorado State. Believe there's some guys missing over with the Red Hawks, so that's one of the main factors in this one. And like Kashi said, you're dealing with a team that had a better strength of schedule throughout the season, being in the Mountain West. And MAC teams, they're fade when they're favored, so it all aligns for Colorado State to get it done. You could put something on the money line as well. And I'm gonna roll with ECU. ECU is, these two teams are in-state. I wouldn't say in-state rivals, but it's a big brother, little brother situation that we have going on here. They play most years. I think the last time they played was in 2022. But I mean, the Wolfpack, you could say that they should get it done based on roster, the strength of their roster compared to ECU. But this is just a situation where I expect. Girl, I'll get your scissors in a second.
Ask her who she likes in the Snoop Dogg Bowl.
She won't even understand. Only thing she understands is the 2-team parlay.
Yeah, if she understands that, man, because those things been hitting. So
yeah, but
I want scissors.
Girl,
I want scissors.
come here.
family show.
You're on live. Come on. Oh, now you want to be shy. But yeah. So what was I saying? So let's say it like this: the Wolfpack, they have the better roster, but are they up for this game? I know ECU is, and I expect for them to get it done in this one as far as the point spread, because it's over the 7. So
Fair enough. Let's keep it rolling then, fellas. We got the last 2 games on the card. We got #we coming BYU battling it out with Colorado, and we have Louisiana Tech and Army. So we got the Alamo Bowl, Valero Alamo Bowl. Sorry, Valero. Let me get it right. And we got the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. You got to get the bowl names right. Costa, you're up first here, my man. What you liking these 2?
I'm going to take a sexy pick. I know our sexy franchise player is not on the show today, but I'm going to take the sexy pick in the Colorado BYU game. I know we dropped this yesterday, but this is the first time since 1976 where 2 teams from the same conference are playing in a bowl game against each other. Doesn't happen. I mean, it never happens. And they didn't play each other during the regular season. They didn't play each other in the championship. So, it's interesting to see. I'll actually give 2 picks in this one, kind of like I did yesterday with USC and the over. I like the fact that Colorado, because they play basically the same style of competition, has a better conference record than BYU against the spread. And Colorado in this one, you have the Heisman, you have basically a top 10 pick and a quarterback. You're going to have everybody fired up in the bowl game that really, I mean, they exceeded so many expectations. So I'm going to take the over and Colorado in this game. I think Colorado is going to score a lot of points. I think this is going to be a 7-point win, but their defense also gives up a lot of points, and BYU could score them in bunches. So I'll take Colorado and the over in this one. #we coming.
Hashtag we coming. I'm on my Dion drip today, man. Them boys getting it done today. I think they end the Shador Travis Hunter era off on a high note. And I like when I hear the players actually say they finna go out there and do something. Cam Ward said he's going out there to do some of the Pop-Tarts Bowl. I'm going to believe him. And, man, y'all know the week my boy Travis has had, man. They've been killing my boy, man. Damn.
That's what you get, man. This is what you get with
fame. I'm the Heisman. Y'all gonna do me like that? Watch this. I think he finna come out here and show his ass today. I think that's just how it plays out. Maybe I'm seeing it through, some fandom glasses. I'll be real. BYU is a solid team. They have been all season long. I won't knock that. I can't knock that. But I also think that two of the best two players that are going to be likely top 5 picks in their college career off with a bang. Is how I see this one playing out. So I'm on Colorado. I'll lay the 3. I think they win the game fairly comfortably. Hashtag we coming. And in that Army and Louisiana Tech game, I'm just done fading service academies and bowl games. That shit was BS yesterday. Oklahoma should walk them out. Come on, Hawkins Jr. Bro, that was really a dumb play call. I really didn't even like the play call on the 2-point conversion. Army, after how they got beat up in their last game, they should come back with more pride and finish their season off on the right foot. So I'll take Army in that one. Javon?
Yeah. So I like the over. Looking at the number, it should go over this, but BYU, they do play. They have played good defense, in certain spots throughout the season, and they've, certain spots they put up, surprisingly a lot of points against certain teams. Now you're dealing with a Colorado team who really has no run game to speak of. That hasn't changed in the 2 seasons in the Deion Sanders era, so that's a thing. But you already know Shador Sanders is going to sling it. Yeah, as far as Travis Hunter goes, sheesh, and not a good spot to be in, when you're, a top flight athlete. It is what it is, man. It wouldn't be me, but that's a whole nother thing. Sometimes you gotta kick them to the curb, man, in those situations. But when you're the internet is undefeated,
always.
It is what it is, man. God damn, you don't want to be that guy. But I think he shows out. He's gonna lay it all out there on the football field, and so the over's the play for me. But looking how Deion Sanders has all these guys playing, that speaks to something bigger. You know what I'm saying? So not to say what I'm gonna be on the side, but all the guys are playing. You're not sitting out. His own son ain't sitting out. That should speak to something.
Fair enough, fellas. Will do it for college football today. Scoot on over to college hoops. We got some 11 o'clock start times, which start with Coppin State in Georgetown. Maryland Eastern versus Maryland. In-state rivalry going on there. Maryland there, 42.5.
I mean, Coppin and Georgetown's really 40 minutes away from each other.
Mm-hmm. We got East Kentucky versus Louisville. We have Delaware State versus St. Joe's. We got Ole Miss versus Memphis. NC Central versus NCAAM. Mercer versus Georgia State. Eastern Michigan versus Davidson. Mount St. Mary's versus George Mason. Alabama A&M versus Georgia Tech. Loyola Maryland versus DePaul. And Bucknell versus Syracuse. Start there. Jovan, I believe you're up first here, my man.
I'll look for the first game, and that's EKU I'll take the points in that one. I'm really just playing the number. I just don't think that Louisville has it in them coming off of Christmas break to lay the wood to these boys. EKU's a 500 team across the board. That's straight up in against the spread, and likewise, the Cardinals are 6-6 against the spread. So I just don't think that coming off this what is it, week and a half break. It's been a week since both these teams played. Just don't think they could cover this 21 point spread. So I'll take the points just on the strength for that. I mean, it's a really more of a motivation thing more than anything else. They do have the talent to do whatever they want, but will they put it all together in this spot? I don't think so.
Fair enough. Let me see what I like here in this first slot, man. Well, y'all know what I like, bro. Yeah, if you know me, you know what we doing. I don't care. You laying 20 with DePaul, you asking to get your money.
I was just about to say that.
I'm just saying. You laying 20 with DePaul, you asking to get your money too. I'm on Loyola, Maryland in that one. Give me Memphis. Memphis usually plays well in these games. Ole Miss, I wish Chris was here, so we could play the strength of schedule game. And I don't know this one off the top of my head. I wonder where Ole Miss ranks in that. But just looking at it, they don't look like they've had a couple solid games, but I think they're a little overrated, overvalued just because of that. When I look at Memphis has, I'm not saying they played the toughest of schedule either, but we've seen them step up in some big games, beat UConn outright. I know they lost to Auburn, but they played them. I mean, they lost by 14 in that game, but still, I think Auburn might be the best team in the country. So, right, 1 or 2 behind Tennessee for me right now. Anyways, I think the line tells me everything I need to know. Memphis favored in this game, 1.5 at home. A ranked opponent coming in. The unranked opponent is favored. Tigers usually play well in these step-up games, especially like this at home. Give me Memphis. I'll lay the 1.5. Them are the 2 I like here in this first slot of the day. Costa?
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I'll tell you right now what the strength of schedule is for Ole Miss. I'm on Memphis as well here, but I'll tell you right now, Ole Miss is. I was just looking this up earlier. In the 300s.
Okay. See, I'm my homework correct. See, there we go.
Yeah. And Memphis has the top 10, 4th hardest strength of schedule so far. So I'm not going to sit here and toot the horn of this 11-1 Ole Miss team. They've played absolutely nobody. And this is the spot here where Penny gets his guys going. So I'll take Memphis here. And that's really the only one I like. We did up to 2:00, right? Eastern.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really like much. I mean, all these other spreads are just astronomical. But if I had to take a shot, Georgetown is ass also. Coppin State's by default a D1 team, but I think 30 points is too much. So I'll take Coppin State here. Not a lot of travel going to Georgetown, playing where the Wizards play. That's Georgetown home floor. So Georgetown sucks. The Wizards suck. That court is just a death trap. So I'm just going to fade the court. Coppin State for me.
Don't they got the the club sections now, courtside at Wizards games?
Yeah, so they have that. They actually have that at the Ravens game also. They have field seats where you could actually sit on the field. And there's like a whole section on the field they're doing that. So, yeah, I paid money. I remember last year I went to go see a Georgetown Creighton game. It was the worst. Watching live basketball in person was probably the worst performance I've seen by both teams. They were both ass. Painful. Very, very painful.
Fair enough. Let's keep it
Nah,
rolling.
you gotta give Ed Cooley a chance. He's 10-2 this year. He's gonna get it done. To this year in the Big East, he'll have at least a 500 record.
No, he's way better than last year. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that, but I just think 30 points is too much.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, it might be. They did knock off a Albany team by 32 points this season, so it could happen. I wouldn't put my money on it. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I mean, Coppin's won one game this year. They're getting smoked on the road, but these are the spots as a contrarian I like to bet because a lot of the money's going to be on Georgetown. Again, I don't love this game, but I'll take my 30 points in my back pocket and see it come down, backdoor cover.
We keep it rolling. We got New Mexico and Colorado State. Colorado State parlay. Anybody?
Colorado State parlay
today.
Colorado State. The books might not allow it, man. You're doing too many Colorados. It's too correlated.
We got Abilene Christian versus Texas A&M. We got UCLA versus Gonzaga. We got Howard versus Hampton. We have Nevada versus Wyoming. Fairfield versus Columbia. Fairleigh Dickinson versus Boston College. Boise State versus San Jose State. McNeese versus New Orleans. Utah State versus San Diego State. Lost my place. Oh, Florida Gulf Coast versus Richmond. Delaware versus St. John's. We will stop there. And then we'll do the last slide. So I stopped at 6 Eastern. We didn't do 6:30. It is me. Give me Abilene Christian plus the points, bro. Texas A&M overrated, overvalued. I feel like Abilene Christian usually plays solid in these style games. I think this is just too many points to lay with A&M. They win the game, of course, but I think they ultimately win it by like 17. 17 is still a solid win. So it's like I'm not laying 22.5 with A&M. They're not that style team to me. So I'm going to lean towards Abilene Christian. Give me UCLA plus the 4.5 and maybe even a shot on the outright money line. This is what, where we at? We in the Intuit Dome in this one. So we in Cali. So this is not even, we're in LA. I'll take a shot on the Bruins in this one. Following the loss to North Carolina, plus 4.5, kind of a little home game. I'll take a shot there on UCLA. And that's a lot of lumber to lay with St. John's. But I'm going to do it. Delaware's ass. If you lose 80-66 to this year's Duquesne team, you can sure get blown out by St. John's. That's just my thoughts. Duquesne's ass this year. Duquesne is terrible. Give me St. John's. I think they beat up on Delaware. I'll lay it. Costa?
Yeah, I'm on the opposite of one of your picks, man. I actually like Gonzaga here. Gonzaga's got a top 25 strength of schedule, so them having those 3 losses doesn't really worry me. I mean, they lost to a neutral with UConn, Kentucky, and West Virginia. UCLA, granted, UCLA
money line.
Yeah, UCLA is their strength of schedule is terrible, and I get it. I totally get it. They have big wins against Arizona, but is this the real Arizona team? They're 6-5. I'm not impressed with them at all. Now beating up on Oregon, that's impressive. And winning that game, I just think Gonzaga is the better team. I get it. The Bruins are getting 4 points at home, but there's a reason why they're getting 4 points at home with those caliber of wins and at the record of 10-2. I mean, they just haven't really played a really hard schedule yet. So I'm on Gonzaga here laying the points. I don't love this card today. There's a lot more that I like in the NBA and college football, but I'm going to take a shot here. And I'll take Texas A&M. They're head and shoulders better than Abilene Christian. I think 22 is very easy to get to here. They're going to dominate them. They're way bigger than Abilene Christian, and they're going to just dominate the boards as well. So give me the Aggies of Texas A&M laying the 22.
Yeah, I'm on Fairfield. It's just a situation where I'm just playing a number against the Columbia team who they're 10-1, but they're not really a covering team like that. So, I'll back the road dog in that one. Just too many points for my liking. I'm on New Mexico. I've been on record saying that Colorado State's they're a bunch of frauds, and I'm gonna stand on that. So I'll take them plus the points, slight plus plus money on the money line, and I think they walk away with the winning for Collins. I am also on. I'll I'll back Abilene Christian just because I think that the back door is going to be wide open. Um, Texas A&M, they could do whatever they want on the court, but they're not a good shooting team. They're more of an athletic, long rebounding team. Work the glass on both ends of the court type of team. So when you're dealing with that type of team, I don't like to lay it like that. With these many points. So I'll back the underdog in this one. Delaware State's the same deal. I've been on St. John's games many a times where they're laying 20, 19 and a half, 20, 21, 22 points. They got a 26-point lead within the last 3 minutes. They let it fall. Now it's a 17-point final. And that could very well be this type of game. So I'm on Delaware State. And there was one more. I'll get back to it on the other side, but I don't know exactly what it was, so I'll have to look for it.
Fair enough. Last slot. We got Grand Canyon. The Lopes.
Shout out.
Shout out the Lopes, man, for a script. They are laying let me get back to it. They're laying 16.5 on San Diego. We got Marshall versus Elon Musk.
The Musks.
They're laying 5.5. The Musk, the Teslas. We got Pepperdine versus Santa Clara. Santa Clara laying 15.5. We got Cal Baptist versus Jackson State, 13.5. Pacific versus St. Mary's, Washington State and Portland, Fresno State and UNLV. And last game, LMU versus San Francisco. Gosti?
Yeah, I'm going to give out a syndicate play here. I don't have the metrics behind it. Big Al, shout out to Big Al. If he was on the show, he would give you guys the stat why Jackson State, a team that is 0-12 and 0-11 on the road here, is a good play in this one. I don't have it. I just broker this stuff for Big Al, so I'll give you guys it's not a freemium because it's not on premium, but it is an Big Al all access play. Jackson State getting 14.5 points against California Baptist. Only game really I like here.
Javon?
Yeah, and I agree with that. Last week, what did I give out? Some O for money, O for not an O for money line, but an O for parlay. And Jackson State was one of those teams. These are the type of games where you gotta back a team, that's searching for their first win of the season. They're gonna play hard to get off the snide. So just on the strength of that, you gotta back them. This is too many points as far as I'm concerned. I'm on San Diego. San Diego, when these two teams get together, they usually play tough. There's too many points to my liking, so I'm on a dog by default in this one. And the other one that from the last slot, Howard, going up against my guys, Hampton. Um, it's just a situation where this is in Hampton, so you got Howard catching points. But Howard, they show no fear when they schedule their non-conference. They play the big dogs. They sometimes they usually get beat up, but when they play teams that are on their level, they usually shine. Hampton, hell of a season so far, surprisingly, but they haven't played nearly the competition of Howard. So hey, listen, if you know me from years back when I was at Hampton, don't get mad at me. But I'm going against my boys, man. Simple as that. Shout out
like
to the
that, Joe.
Tidewater area.
I like that. Catching points, not charges. I like it. I like that.
Y'all know where I'm closing it out at, man. Just one and done for me in the last slide. Just one and done. I'm on my boys, man. The Lopes.
Lopes?
The Lopes, man.
Man, respect the last March, man.
Man.
Generational money for us.
They're my boys right there, man. Y'all know that. San Diego's ass. They're terrible. They're going to get taken behind the woodshed. I see a 20-plus point win here for the Lopes. That's the way I see it. I'm going to lay it. Don't overcomplicate it. So, let's scoot on over, man. Finally, out of them college sports, man. I'm done talking about them young men, man. Let's talk about some grown men. Let's talk about some pros. Let's talk about some professionals. Some guys that, got real money on the table every day.
Whoa. I don't know about that, man. Them college boys got some real money on the table.
Yeah, now they got some real money on too.
That's why you're seeing a lot of them not playing in the bowl games.
You ain't lying, guys.
They're catching that paycheck and that transfer portal.
You are not lying. Let's go to the NFL. First game there, 12 o'clock start time. Take the Chargers.
Take the Chargers.
Laying 6 on the Pats. Javon's team. Javon, is your team Drake May and company, man? They gonna show up today, or do the Chargers run them over? Or are we looking at a total? We're looking at first quarter. I know you like to attack these NFL games in different ways.
Yeah, I mean, for this one, there's two schools of thought with this Patriots team. Some say, that was their Super Bowl last week against the Bills. They fell short, so they're gonna fall off in this spot. Then you got another school of thought that says, that was a good start for Gerard Mayo era that was he was on the fire line. They were lining them up to get the good old one to the head, behind the back of the alley. It didn't happen. The players play for him. And I think, if you want to take the full game out of it, take the Pats money line first quarter. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a little bit of plus money out the deal, and you ain't gotta worry about the full game and the adjustments of halftime, so on and so forth. Jim Harbaugh is the better coach, hands down. So I think they continue to fight for Gerard Mayo. They like their coach. So that's really, the long and the short of it. So you want to take them in the first quarter, money line.
Fair enough. I'm gonna take them full game. Come on, Drake. Let me see something, brother. Come on, Drake. I've been on a fade the Chargers train all season. I mean, it ain't been pretty, but I'm still on it. Hey, they're the better team. They should win the game. They got a lot of expectations right now, but Chargers late season expectations. Perfect time to fade them, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just grabbing 6 with a home team. I don't want to go money line because the Patriots, I feel like, don't want to win the game. I don't think they don't want to come in here and compete, though. So, Chargers come in here, run the football. I think J.K. Dobbins is back. I think this is going to be – I wouldn't be shocked. Final score, I'm going to say something like 24-20. That wouldn't shock the hell out of me. 24-20, Chargers. So I would lean towards the Patriots plus the points. No, there was no NFL show this week. Holidays. There was a lot of travel, things of that nature. We'll be back with the NFL show next week, though, fellas, for everybody wondering. Costi.
Yeah, I can't take the Chargers on the road here with laying this many points. I know they're in a good spot. This is where they've cashed this year as a road favorite. The 3-1 there. They have a lot more to play for, but New England, these teams that are out of the playoffs, I value a little bit more at the end of the year because they play spoiler year after year. I don't think they're going to win the game. Would I be shocked if they won the game outright? No. But I think that's way too many points. The fans in New England, no matter their record, they're there for their team. They're not booing them like in Chicago. They're not booing them like in New York. I mean, this is a very storied franchise that's had a lot of winning, and the fans are going to stay behind their team no matter what. And, the more games under Drake May's belt, you're starting to see a little bit more comfortability. The game is slowing down a little bit. They were right there in it with Buffalo. I know it's a division game, but, at home, they're competitive. The last game, they lost by a point to Indianapolis. They lost by 6 at home versus the Rams when they were finally healthy, and they beat the Jets by 3 points. So at home, they're very competitive. I think 6 points is too much, and I'm not on this. I haven't been on this Chargers bandwagon all year. I think they're overrated, and they get the win, but New England gets the cover.
We keep it rolling. We got the Denver Broncos out on the road facing Joe Shiesty, Jamar Chase and company. Bengals laying 3.5 here in this one. I'm up. Yeah, y'all know where I'm at. I'm on Joe Shiesty and company in this one. Come on, man. I think A, the line tell you everything you need to know. That's A. B, Burrow and Chase are playing on a historic level right now, man. My MVP is Joe Burrow. I'm sorry. I know Lamar doing his damn thing. Look at Lamar passing numbers and look at Joe Burrow's. I'm sorry. I know Josh Allen doing his damn thing. Look at Josh Allen's passing numbers. Look at Joe Burrow's. I know the Broncos got a lot to play for here, man. Back up against the wall. They right now hold that last playoffs thing, the last playoff spot. They need a win here and a win next week to get it. But they don't get it. They don't get it. I think the Broncos have played above their pay grade for most of the season. I know that this Cincinnati defense is terrible. But I don't necessarily think that the Broncos offense just takes advantage of it the way you think that they might. Again, I just think that the Broncos as a whole have played a little bit above their pay grade this season. Now, late season, again, I think the line tells you everything you need to know. The Bengals are the better team. They're not going to make the playoffs, unfortunately. Probably not. Because they need Broncos to lose out, and they need the Colts to lose a game, but the Colts got the Jags and the Giants. Damn. So we might not get Joe Shiesty in the playoffs, but that don't mean he still won't go out without a bang. I'm on the Bengals. I'm laying it. I wouldn't be surprised if they would shed at these boys today. Costa.
Yeah, I'm on the Bengals as well. I don't love the line now at 3.5. I liked it a lot better when I released it to all my clients on the Telegram channel on Monday at 3. I mean, because you cross the key number, the value goes down. This is just how the NFL plays, man. Getting that and buying up to 3 is going to cost you a lot. I still lean towards Cincinnati. Denver's on the road has been not good against teams that could score a lot of points. and their road record, yeah, they beat the Raiders. The Raiders had a backup quarterback. They lost to the Chargers, and yeah, they lost by 7, but they were really down more in the second half there. They lost to Kansas City on the road. They lost to Baltimore on the road. They got blown out. The last time before that, they beat the Saints, and the Saints are ass. So I don't trust them on the road. They have played above their pay grade. Cincinnati in this spot at home, the final home game of the season. They want to have a bang. I don't know if you're going to see T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Burrow on the same field going forward. I think T. Higgins played himself into a big contract and he'll go somewhere else. But he's active today. I just got the alert, so he's going to give it a go. I think it's just too much firepower, and the Broncos have one shutdown corner. What do you do about T. Higgins on the other side? I think Surtain doesn't actually travel. He stays to one side of the field. So they're going to move Chase around. Chase has been unstoppable this year. And we all remember Joe Burrow coming into the year, everybody was complaining. What about his wrist? It's still hurt. He might not be the same again. And look at the guy that came out and just put up insane numbers. They just lost too many games where they beat themselves, whether it was kicking or turnovers. It's a shame. I mean, not a shame for me as a Ravens fan, but I don't want to see these guys in the playoffs, but I think they do win this game. So lean at 3.5. Wish it was 3. I would feel way more comfortable, but 3.5. Run it.
Javon?
Yeah, a little bit of high wire and that I'm going to do in this one. We're going to go with the under first quarter, but the over first half. I just think the game script calls for, both of these teams, not to say going having a rocky start, but considering what these totals are for the first quarter, first half, you might see a 7-3 or 7-0 or even a 3-3 first quarter, and then an explosion in the second quarter. That's how a lot of these games pan out. Unless the offenses are clicking on all cylinders. My whole thing is with Cincinnati, and if you watch their last game against the Browns, even though the Browns only scored 6 points, even DTR was moving the ball against these boys. They just made some good stops, some good turnovers in the red zone area. So, you could still move the ball in Cincinnati. And if DTR could do it, so can Bo Nix. So full for the first half, it's the over. First quarter, however, we're gonna take the under. So that's how I would play it.
Joe Burr and Joe Shiesty. Give me Joe Burrow for 3 touchdown passes today. Maybe even 4. He might light their ass up today. I ain't lying. Give me Bo Nix for INT as well. Last game in the NFL, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. Costa, what you got, man?
I'm going to take the points here. This is a division game, and they've played each other already this year, and Arizona at home smashed them. Now, granted, that was in September. There was no Nakua. There was a lot of injuries on the Rams. It's a different team. This team is hot right now, but I just think Arizona keeps it competitive, keeps it close. We all know these division games are a lot closer no matter who the players are. I think the line is 6.5 because you had Arizona that went out last week to Carolina and laid a dud, but they still scored 30 points. They lost in overtime. So this team can put up points in bunches. They have the talents around Kyler Murray. And I just think they keep this a competitive game. Rams win, but Arizona covers.
Javon? Do y'all hear this thunder in my background? Do y'all hear it?
Mm-hmm.
No. It is going crazy out here today. Like the last couple of days, it's been storming like crazy.
Does that have any effect on the bowl games down there?
I don't think there is any here.
Nah?
Not in Dallas today, I don't think. I don't know if it's raining in
If they had them in Dallas, it's indoor.
Yeah, it'd be in Jerry World. So I don't think we have any.
Oh yeah, the old stadium had the little square in the middle, right?
Yeah, the current one is retractable. So
Well, the Cotton Bowl, but that's not today.
Yeah.
And
They
that's
play. They
Jerry
don't play
World.
the Cotton Bowl at the Cotton Bowl
Nah,
anymore.
it's in Jerry World.
Yeah, it's in Jerry World now. They used to play it at the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
What about the Sun Bowl? Where's that at?
Sun Bowl.
Isn't it the Sun? Yeah. I believe it was called the Sun Bowl.
I was in Texas. It's in El Paso.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they had a Sun Bowl this year. I'm just asking because I remember, that was one of the.
That's
One of the
University
games.
of Texas, El Paso
Yeah.
home game. Nah, man. Snoop took it over. No more Sun Bowl.
Okay.
Gin and Juice Bowl.
Snoop Dogg with a bowl game.
And Dre. Hold on. And Dre. Snoop Dogg and Dre presenting the Gin and Juice Bowl.
Okay, Dave. Listen, West Coast all day, man. For this game, I'm gonna roll with the over. Don't love it. I could see this one going both ways, being a surprising under game. But I think in this one, considering the fact how last game went in September, where Arizona just did something awful to the Rams, a different Rams team, I might add. But I think that I think that LA might want to get a little bit of get back, and if they have a chance, they're going to run up the score. That's what Sean McVay would do, and he won't have he won't make any apologies for it. So on the other hand, the Rams, they have trouble with mobile quarterbacks. So if Kyler Murray could get his head out of his ass, then he's going to give the Rams a lot of problems. I think at the end of the day, this squeaks up just over the total.
Fair enough, fellas. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. I bet Arizona every single game this season. I have to close it out betting them for the rest of the year. I just have to. I just have to. But I agree with a lot of what Costi said, though. Honestly, division game, nothing better than playing spoiler to your division rival. There's nothing better when you're done. So they're gonna give me 60 points. I'll grab them. Kyler Murray show. They probably come out. They might win the game outright. They might. They got a chance to. But I definitely grab the points in my back pocket in that one. Let's scoot over to the NBA. In the NBA, we have the Hawks laying 1.5 points on the Miami Heat. And we have the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies laying 11.5 on the Hornets. And we got the Knicks laying 12.5 on the Wizards. Costi.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You said Atlanta, Miami, Oklahoma City, Charlotte, and New York, Washington.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Hawks at home here. They've been almost permanently removed here from the do not bet list. This team is way different than what we've seen in the last couple of years, and I just like them at home in this spot. Taking the Hawks, and then the other. I don't like the other two games. I hate fading Oklahoma City at this point. Every time I fade them in these double-digit favorites on the road, I've taken a loss this year. So I lean Charlotte, but I don't love it. And New York, Washington, I don't really have an opinion in that one.
Should I heard that?
You heard that one?
Yeah, I heard that crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard that.
Damn.
It's going crazy.
Stupid, dummy, crazy at your crib.
What you like hearing these first three?
Yeah. Hey, as an aside, right? I was watching. I don't know what the hell I was watching. I was watching one of these other guys. It was on. I guess the playlist or whatever. And they said Thunder Buddies, right? It's crazy how one of Mitchisms, could spread so far, and it's good to see that other people are watching this.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So Yeah, the Mitch Chisholms, said, they spread far and wide. So shout out to whoever was watching and put it in their own little show. But yeah, I like the over in this one. It's just a situation where it's 219. You might say under the Thunder, they get it. They're one of the top defensive teams in the league. But with that, if they're blowing teams out, then it kind of gets wonky. In the late quarters. End of the third into the fourth quarter. When teams just get loose. Points get scored. So I think it might be one of those situations. So I'll take the over.
It's only right, all this goddamn thunder and lightning and shit. Right when I say the thunder, there it go. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, man. I'm on the Thunder Buddies today. Come on. I'm on my favorite money making team, Oklahoma City. They should woodshed Charlotte. They're just a better basketball team, man. And I don't like fading them often. I tried to do it last game against Indiana. They had no business, really winning that game and be covering in that game. And they did both. Shout out to Thunder Buddies, man. Thunder Buddies for life. I'm laying the points there with Oklahoma City. I would take Miami. I'm done with Atlanta. I'm done. No, I'm kidding. I ain't done with them. They're off the DMB, but I'm not laying points with them is what I'm not doing. Dog, I can look in their direction. Laying points. Good on that. Miami, I know they got a lot going on right now with Jimmy Butler trying to get up out of there, but that's usually the spots where Miami play best. It's kind of crazy. They're one of those teams. The Tyler Hero show. Tyler Hero versus Trae Young. Here you go, Tyler Hero. I remember when Tyler Hero was like, I'm in that same breath as Luka and Trae Young. I remember when he said that. Here's your opportunity to show me. Come on, Tyler. You've been all right. You've been hooping. I'll give you some credit, but you got to hoop a little more.
I'll put him in the Trae Young conversation.
Yeah, he's you know what I mean? Yeah, he's in that conversation. He's at the bottom of the conversation, but he's in the combo.
He's never had the green. He's never had the true. But he's never had the true green light before.
True, I agree with that.
So he's done what he has to do in the spots that he does it in, but give him the green light with no Jimmy for a month or two, and then we could gauge it.
So we'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna rock with him today. Come on, Tyler. Come on. I even play the Jack Harlow song today. If you come out here and hoop for me today. Yeah, give me the Heat in that one. If I take the Wizards, they just gonna call me an outright hater of the Knicks. That's what they're gonna call me. But I'm taking the Wizards. I don't care. You can call me a hater all you want. It wouldn't shock me if the Knicks aired them out, but also it wouldn't shock me if this game came right down to it. Bounce back spot at home, or not a bounce back, but revenge game at home for the Wizards. The vibes kind of cool after the win the other day. After the buzzer beater from Poole, I'm not rushing to bet this game. I'm not. I'm just being honest. I'm not rushing to bet it. But I'm not laying it either with New York in this game. So if you want to take New York and lay 12.5 on the road, go ahead. Personally, I don't want to. And I would rather take the Knicks. The Wizards, which is crazy to say. Let's keep it rolling though, fellas. We got your Chicago Bulls as 3.5-point home dogs with Milwaukee rolling in. That game's a tough read with all the injury news going on in that one. We got the Warriors laying 6.5 on Phoenix. And we'll just do those two. Oh, no. This is one more. And we got the Pistons and the Nuggets. Nuggets laying 5.5 on Detroit. It is Jovan first.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over in the Milwaukee-Chicago game. Sad state of affairs over with the Bulls. You're gonna sit there and give up 88 points in one half, 38, and then back it up with a 50 with a 50 ball. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over every chance I get with them boys. When I see them boys play, then and with that said, they could cover and win this game. Because when you fall flat on your ass, then you're only looking up. The only place to go is going up. So, they could come alive in this spot, but especially with the injuries on the other side. But I just think that the over is a way to go with at what's it 230. I think they can easily get to that one in this spot. Um, Listen, I'm gonna keep on rolling with them Detroit boys. They got it done. Won me some money, and I think they continue that against the Denver team, who just looks like they're reeling right now. Um, the team on the rise versus the team on the decline, as far as I'm concerned, in their current form. So, I'll take Detroit.
I'm on the Bulls plus the points and outright money line. It's just a play on the spot and situation. Bounce back spot at home that also happens to be a revenge game, a quick revenge game. One of my favorite spots and situations in the NBA. And after that historic collapse the other day, they better come up, better show up today. Like they better, bro. They were hooping in that game. That's what was crazy. And then they just fucking died.
That's the new NBA.
Oh
No lead safe.
They were hoping and then just died. Like I ain't really seen nothing like that in a minute.
Listen, for the longest time, if you were down any substantial amount of points, let's say you were down 25, you were dead in the water. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You were dead. And that was like in the second quarter. Now you have 25-point leads disappearing like that, and it's in the fourth quarter. I don't know. Something might need to change in the NBA, but it's not going to change, because it's just a situation where all these teams are, shooting threes. You got, it's getting to the point where whoever wins the 3-point battle wins the game. So, it's just the way it is right now. Got to deal with it.
Yep. Giannis and Dame are sick. So, and AJ Johnson. So keep an eye on that. There's a little sickness going on over there. And they got 3 players listed as questionable or out to illness. Keep an eye on that. And there's 2 of their best players. In Chicago. Chicago. Woo. I'm on the Nuggets, bro. I had them last night as my top play of the day. And they just didn't have it. Cleveland. Shout out them boys, man. Shout out them boys. But y'all know me, man. Denver in Denver. So I gotta be there. I have to. Bounce back spot at home for the Nuggets, man. After coming off 2 straight L's. I'm not worried about the back-to-back whatsoever. Denver is 5-0. Straight up this season off no rest. 4-1 ATS this season off no rest. So I'm not worried about the back-to-back at all. Pistons, I don't like the spot for them. This is a team that's been on the road, for over a week. They didn't go home for Christmas. They've been on the West Coast. They probably did Christmas in LA because, it's just how it lined up. They were in Phoenix, LA, then SAC. Now going to Denver. They did play really well on that West Coast tour. I was betting them on that West Coast tour. But I just think today's the get right spot for the Nuggets, man. At home, at the crib. Coming off 2 L's. Solid spot for them to bounce back today. I think the Pistons are the team that got lined up to get blitzed. So give me Detroit here. Detroit, after this game, they will be off a couple days. They play on Wednesday against the Magic at home and then Friday against the Hornets. So they'll probably be right back on the Pistons here soon. Just don't like the spot for them today. I think, the Nuggets get right. And Suns, Warriors. Them Warriors, man. Fuck. Them boys just don't got it. Them boys just don't have it.
Tried to tell you yesterday with no Steph.
Yeah, them boys just don't got it right now. Curry's supposed to play in this game. That's why the line is so high. Draymond too. I would lean Phoenix plus the points though. I would. I just don't trust Golden State. It is a really good spot for Golden State. Bounce back spot at home. That also happens to be a revenge game. That's probably what would keep me off of betting Phoenix. But the thing is like this is a tough game because like Phoenix, they're banged up. I don't really like what I saw from them last night either. After Nurkic got punched and ejected, none of his team really came to help him up. Then, if you watch the post-game interview, Budenholzer kind of threw him under the bus. KD kind of threw him under the bus. You know what? Give me Golden State. I got to. I gotta trust my spots and situation. Bounce back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game. I know Golden State playing like absolute shit, but like if there was a night they got back and did something, it would be tonight at home with everybody back. So, give me Golden State. I just didn't like what I saw from Phoenix last night, and I didn't like how I portrayed after. So. And yeah, he might be suspended after today. Nurkic might not even play tonight. Give me Golden State. Sometimes I gotta talk myself into it, bro. Sometimes it be like that. Costi?
I'm not getting off the train. Denver Chicken Nuggets, no travel. Listen, I'll take a loss just like you take a loss, Jay. That's the spot we love him in last night, and Cleveland was just the better team on that night. Doesn't mean I'm going to jump off the train when I have data for years. This is the same team with a little bit of difference. 5.5. Now, if they won by 10 last night, the line will be 6.5. You have to throw out the last game. If every day has to be a snowflake. So I trust Denver at home. No travel. They have been great against the spread, but I think they get the job done here. I don't like the Suns Golden State game. Had the Clippers last night, but now with Curry and Draymond possibly coming back, I mean, I'm not taking Phoenix unless I see a really.
They're back. They're playing.
I just don't like taking Phoenix.
It's not official, but it's Jay official.
Right, which is pretty official. And Phoenix is just awful. Unless I have like a really good spot for Phoenix like I did on Christmas where Denver was on the road, I just don't like it, man. I'd rather just not bet this game. There's too many other good games on the board to bet. I'm going to pass on that one altogether. And then we didn't do the last three yet, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Last three, we have the best team in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks.
Shout out.
4.5 points on the Portland Trail Blazers. We have the Utah Jazz 6.5 point home dogs with Philadelphia rolling in. And we got the Los Angeles Lakers laying 1.5 points on the Kings. I'm on the Lakers, bro. Later 1.5. Don't even overcomplicate it. The Kings are ass. It's not Mike Brown's fault. It wasn't his fault. It's not his fault that his team can't shoot fucking threes. It's not his fault that the team traded for a guy that don't shoot threes. It's not Mike Brown's fault that the best players all trying to do the same thing. DeMar, Fox, Sabonis. They all shooting mid-range and trying to get to the hoop. This is not 2000. This ain't that style basketball no more. I'm taking the Lakers, bro. I hate betting the Lakers as a favorite, but that don't mean go and bet Sacramento. Sacramento has some real issues going on over there. And it wasn't the coach's fault. The dude just won Coach of the Year. The dude just took y'all to y'all's first playoff ever, or in a long time, not ever, but in forever, in my entire lifetime, really. The Kings ain't never been shit. And now that y'all get a little hot-headed, y'all get a little too, I don't know what it is. Y'all got a little too whatever. I don't care about the coach firing angle. I don't care about none of that. I'm fading their ass. I'm taking the Lakers. I'm on the Jazz. Sixers laying this many points on the road, you asking to get your money took. I don't care if Embiid plays or does not play. The Sixers, they're not that style team to me to lay this many points. Jazz, I know they've been disappointing this year. I get it. But I still trust the Jazz at home. They're still a solid home team. I think they come in here and compete. Sixers should win the game. Sixers are the better team. But I'm just saying, if you're laying points with the Sixers on the road, you're asking to get your money took. That's what I'm saying. So I'll take 7 in my back pocket with Utah at home. And, of course, I'm on my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks today, laying the points. You know, 23-8 since the start of last season when favored on the road. They've covered in over 70% of their games when road favorites. B, I'm not worried about the rest spot for them today. They're 4-1 ATS and straight up this season off no rest. So I'm not worried about the back-to-back. Vibes is high right now. You know, Kyrie talking about he going to pick up the fines for my boys last night. That's what I like. You know, shout out Kyrie. Yeah, bro, you're not punking us, bro. You're not. We're not going for it. You're not going for that shit. You're not. Shout out PJ, man. Stand on business, PJ. Shout out Najee Marshall. Shout out the Mavs. They'll blow out Portland tonight. That's my thoughts. Costi?
Yeah, I'm passing on this Philly Utah. I guess I'll be with you on the lean side of it. Utah getting the points. They're so ass at home, man. I can't take either team in this spot. Philly, I'm not laying the points on the road, regardless if Embiid plays or not. But Utah has been just as horrible. This is the bandwagon we jumped off of compared to what last year when they were a cash ATM at home last year. I'm actually on the Kings here. I don't love it, but AD's going to be out. LeBron's got an illness. He could be out. I'm going to lean the Kings here, getting the points. Short travel here over to LA. Maybe a little bit of incentive with a new coach. You get that pump. So I'll take Sacramento, and I'm on Dallas as well. This since 2023, not even as a road favorite, just road ATS with no rest. Everything metrics as a road favorite for this team has been exceptional for the last 2 years. This is the spot that we love to take them in. Blindly. Now, certain things happen, but even with Luka out, it doesn't bother me. Kyrie usually elevates his game. He's been that player in Cleveland before when LeBron left. So he could do it all. And Luka being out actually doesn't hurt this team nearly as much as other teams if they lose a key player. They should be able to blow out Portland here. So I'll take Dallas laying the points.
Joe Vaughn, talk to me. Close us out.
Yeah. So it's going to be the Jazz for me. It's one thing to be 8.5 point underdogs in Boston, in that spot on Christmas. It's another thing to be road faves of 3 possessions, against a team who, last year was a cash cow, especially at home. Now this year hasn't panned out. I get it, but those are the same guys.
About them Jazz, because they was a money-making machine.
Right, and it's crazy because it's the same team. They didn't break down this team, so I think they have it in them. They still got the rebounding. They still got guys that are to throw at Joel Embiid if he plays. If he doesn't play, then that's a plus, or maybe not. Because Tyrese Maxey can't be a one-man show if you let him. But yeah, I'm on Utah. Philly's gonna have to show me, that they could lay it like this on the road. And I'm on the over. I just think the number with the total is too light. So give me Utah, give me the over, and that wraps it up. Oh, and just one thing I want to say about the Kings. You deserve everything that you get firing Mike Brown. It's really just the bottom line. I mean, this guy took y'all what he took y'all to the second round one year? What didn't they win the round? Or did they win a play-in? Either way, y'all haven't won like this with him, even though y'all had a down season this season, last couple years, you haven't had the success y'all had in the past 24 years back when Chris Webber and them boys were manning Sacramento. So what do you expect? Your roster is trash. It is what it is. So let the fire sale begin and start over. Because the guys you got there ain't cutting it.
I agree. Fellas, there is some NHL today, man. I know this is not an NHL crew I have on the screen. So I ain't even. Let me see how many games we got over there. It's a huge card. Let me just see if there's anything I like in NHL today. Give me the Maple Leafs in the bounce back spot today, coming off 2 L's at home. I think they bounced back and beat the Capitals. Solid bounce back spot for them. And I would lean towards the Romanellis against the Penguins. Lean towards the Islanders. Them the only two that really look anything remotely appetizing to me. So I know some of y'all care about hockey. A lot of y'all do. But, this is not really a hockey crew. We're the franchise at when you need them.
I always say this every time. You have a gambling problem if you're betting on NHL.
Shout out to NHL, man. There's money to be made in the NHL. So.
Yeah, you have a gambling problem. I get it.
Maybe I do.
It's okay. It's okay if you have a gambling problem if you bet NHL. Just, I don't have a gambling problem because I don't bet NHL.
Do you have a gambling problem?
I'm gonna throw out something. I'm not a hockey guy, of course I'm not, but we roll with the hometown team on the puck line. Slight plus money 120. I'll take it. Just throwing it out there.
The Bruins. Shout out to them. All right, fellas. Javon, it's a money-making Saturday, man. I know these days is usually your style days, my man. With everything going on today, I know you locked and loaded at Pick Dogs Premium. What you got over there today, my man?
Yeah, got a lot on the menu. Got a 5-pack in college bowl games. Got a 5-pack in college basketball. Got 6 total there. And I got a 5-pack in the NFL. And I will have at least a 3-pack in the NBA. Right now I got 16 on board with more to come. Like I said, I got to put in my NBA. But yes, heating up at the right time, on the majority of the leaderboards out there. So jump on something long term, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly, all that good stuff. Gonna close this year about the same way I closed it out last year on the heater. That's just the way it goes down over here at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Hop on with Javon, man. Make you some money. Kick the crap out of the books. Patty, talk to me.
All you got to do is pick up the phone, 702-769-0404. If you're a high net worth individual, you want to treat your wagering as a business, you want to find out how to make it a profitable 2025. I know you guys are breaking down games on the short term here, but if you're looking for that long-term professional business approach, it's not for everybody. Reach out to me. 702-769-0404. I do have one request, Jay. I want that cowboy hat. So I'm going to have to send you my crown size, and I expect to be rocking that in 2025. You can call me the bearded cowboy.
Every subscription, you get one beard oil.
I got you. Shout out Patty, man. The Patty plan to financial freedom. Costi, we heard it from Patty. Let's hear it from you too. Let's hear about it.
It's the same thing, man. We run in unison. He said it best, man. It's if you're trying to elevate your game for something of a long-term approach on our Dime Club and Sharp Trading channels, we give out games literally hours before game time, something that the Pick Dogs handicappers can't do because there's a cutoff for how they release the games. So if you're looking for that elevated experience of getting the games up to the minute, or like I send games out 5 days in advance for NFL because I'm getting the best number. Like I said earlier with the Bengals game at 3 and now it's 3.5. It's all about the price of the game. So if you're looking for that elevated experience, shoot us a text anytime and we'll go from there.
Fair enough.
So, Al, you've won 57 handicapping championships. What makes you so good?
Well, you know Malcolm Gladwell, the author.
Gladwell?
Man. For me today, fellas, I got a lot going on today, too. Let me see. As of right now, I know I have 3 NBA. I have 2 college football. I have a college basketball. I think I got 2 in the NFL. So I got a pretty loaded card today, too. You guys can hop on with me over at Pick Dogs Premium. Man, the last 2 days, man, if you're in the game daily, you know this is just part of it. You know, you can do your homework as good as you want. And sometimes the ball just don't bounce your way. That's been the case for me the last 2. What was that? Thursday night, heartbreaking fashion. Last night, one of the games was heartbreaking. I'm looking to bounce back today, though, and I like what I got, man. I like what I got. So if you want to rock with me, hop on with me, man. You can scoop up the NBA Play of the Day. You can scoop up the 3-pack, or you can just hop on something long-term and get all of it. Let's do what we do, man. We just kick the crap out of the books. Bounce back day for me. Bounce back weekend. Money-making Saturday. Just kick the crap out of the books, man. Y'all know what time it is. It is
Parlay time.
Parlay. The jam session will be up after the show, fellas. So don't even worry about it.
Where's the jam session?
Where's the jam session?
Where's the reach around?
Dun, 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 Costi, what you got for me, man? You're in the franchise spot today. He's not here, but
it's a tough spot to be in, man. I'm going to go Miami Hurricanes. Hashtag we coming the Buffaloes and Louisiana Tech for a 3-pack parlay.
Mr. Two-Teamer, what you got for me?
Let's go sport for sport. College football. ULL, that's Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Colorado State, ECU. You could do the spread or you could do the money line for all those, the money line to get you paid. College basketball. Gonna roll with Fairfield. We're gonna roll with Howard. And we are going to roll with Jackson State. And then we'll do NBA and NFL mix. So that'll be New England first quarter money line. That'll be I'll just do a 2-teamer for this one. And that'll be Utah Jazz full game. So 3 of them. That's it.
I'm finna build a monster one. I ain't dropped a monster one in a while. I feel like today's a good day to do it. So fuck it. Let's build it. Let's go Miami money line. Let's go Colorado State money line. Let's go Colorado laying the 3 in college football. Then let's scoot over to college basketball. Over there, we're going to take Memphis, lay the 1.5. Then we're going to scoot over to the NFL. So that's a 4-teamer so far. Then we're going to take the Bengals on the money line. And we're going to grab the points with the Cardinals. Building a monster one. And then we're going to scoot over to the NBA. We're going to take the Bulls on the money line. We're going to take the Heat on the money line. Oh, my God. That's a monster. It's like a 7-8 teamer, but all right. So we did Bulls, Heat, 2 in the NBA. We did college hoops. We did Memphis. NFL we did, so that's 3. NFL we did 2. That's 5. And then college football we did 3. So yep, that's 8 teamers. There we go.
Whoa.
18 parlay for y'all today. I'm feeling it.
Woo.
Gotta be in it to win it, you know? You gotta be in it to win it.
Hashtag we cashing.
Gotta be in it to win it, man.
Hashtag we cashing.
Lottery ticket, man. Way to start the new year. You feel me? Let's see. We'll see if it pan out. We appreciate each and every one of y'all that continue to tune in and watch us. We'll be back same time tomorrow, 9 o'clock. 10 Eastern. 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Sorry, I'll be on.
Be on Dallas time. I know.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about Central Time, Jay.
It's Central.
The world operates. The U.S. operates on East Coast time.
It doesn't even make sense. Like that's the East Coast. That's not. It's Central. Like,
That's the point. You know what matters? New York. That's all that matters.
no. Fuck that.
Yeah, it does. That's all people care. It's all just funnels away from that.
Central time, best time, and it's the best time zone for everything. Like even for sports, it's the best. Game started like 6. In the NBA, they started 6. You know, the last one's kind of late. It started 9, but you'd be up to midnight. But you cool. You ain't gotta be up that early in the morning. Football started at noon. College
Move to Australia. You'll have football starting at 7 a.m.
Fuck. I'm gonna start a petition that we get off Eastern Standard Time and just move to Central.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Ask what Indiana does because they don't celebrate the time change
For real,
half the year. Yeah, so there's 2 states that they're on Central one half the year, and then they're on Eastern the other half a year.
Nah,
all stirred up, Jay.
West is
all
the worst. I hate the West because, like, especially when I go to like
Damn,
Vegas,
man,
bro,
you gotta talk to them. Just you don't gotta hate the West. You could dislike the West.
I dislike the West time zone. The games start too damn early over there, like especially on football in the NFL. What time they start in the NFL over there? 10?
10. College. Remember, for March Madness starts at 9.
9 in the morning.
And we're doing the morning show at 6:30.
Exactly. It's terrible.
Terrible. We're rolling early as shit. Oh, man.
Fair enough, though. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Any final words from you two fellas before we get out of here?
Be sure to act more professional tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hashtag we cashing.
Hashtag we coming. Hashtag fuck Shador. Hashtag
Whoa, what
fraud.
fuck?
Hashtag Travis for Heisman.
Why are you saying fuck Shador, man? I thought you were a Shador lover.
I am. It's for Mitch.
Hashtag,
let me see.
Hashtag their ass.
Yeah, their ass. Y'all know what it is, man. Today would have been a crazy day. He'd been on the show, man. Just Miami and Colorado going at it. I know we would have been on here another hour.
Easily.
Appreciate y'all though, man. Make it a winning day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We out here.